Shubor nakaslem jong unong san hima.
Get up and put
we
a point
know
of
that,
order.
sir.
Let the point of order be
No,
based
sir,
on
but
the rules, sir.
besides the
So
rule,
you cannot
there
just
is-
get up and ask for explanation on point
sir.
of order, sir.
We
That's my
understand.
point. You're completely making a mockery out of the
Yeah.
system, sir.
No, we are not.
We
I'm
are
not
saying
making
that they're
please.
saying that the rules should be
Yeah,
followed and
traditions
they're not
and
following the
practices
rules
also,
themselves.
sir, please.
So let him give a point of order.
Go
on
by
which
tradition
rule.
and convention also. I've been in this house, sir, for 10 years.
Sir,
We
the
don't
rules
strictly-
are clear.
Ka dorbar mang tingka jong ka yung dorbar thawan ka jilla menta ka janmi jong ka arpu pratrek ulaber arhajar arpulai kala janmi ka jingya ka jah preng o menteri rangba ka jilla konut ki sangma bad unong yalam ka seng VPP ba aden mena basayoman ya kanila sakhi hadian bu sembut menteri rangba ka jilla ba preston tensong baru badai khmi ru ya ka tanat pulen ula penjrong ya ka jubab ha ka bayade bad ki jingkli bala bu de ki MLA ka liang persha uba arden badu Dr Celestine dingdo halor ka jing pentrai kam ya ka tanat pulet ka jela kini ki MLA ka liang persha ki lapan pau ka jing bam hun ya ka jubab ka bala shupen jurong bala aidu sembut menteri rangba ha ka bana ka liang uba arden ula yang ban pen pau ka jing bam ya hab ka jubab ka bala aidu sembut menteri rangba ha ka bala sakhiru ba menteri rangba ka jela u kondet ki sangma ula yang ban pen inia mar ka liang
Mr. Speaker, sir, at the outset, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the honorable members, Shri Aden Basamoit, MLA from Nongkaram Sransi, and Dr. C. Lindo, honorable MLA from Umsning, who jointly moved this motion in this August House to discuss the style and functioning of police department. Sir, before I touch the points raised by the honorable members who moved this motion, I would like to read the historical background of the police force. Sir, Meghla Police, which is the sentinels of law in the state, has been pivotal in bringing about peace, prosperity and progress in the abode of clouds. Throughout the 50 years journey of the state, Meghla Police has overcome the challenges of insurgency, agitations, riots, heinous criminal activities, border conflicts, and many other things. The valor and courage exhibited by the officials of the department while tackling these challenges has not only received conferment of distinguishable awards from the state government, but has also received nationwide recognition. The police department is headed by an officer of the rank of Director General of Police, and under his command and control are several other police officers of the rank of IGP, DIGs, SPs, commandants, holding charge of various officers. Sir, as on 31st January 2023, the actual strength of Meghla Police is 14,081. The police department is broadly divided into police ranges, district executive force, battalions and various other units. At present, there are two ranges which are Eastern and Western Range, headed by an officer of the rank of DIG. 12 district executive force which are headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police, 7 battalions including the elite unit Special Force 10 which are headed by a commandant. There are 7 units within the police department which are the Special Branch, Crime Investigation Department, Directorate of Anti-Infiltration, Fire and Emergency Services, Police Training School, Meghla Police Academy, Meghla Police Radio Organization, and the Law and Order branch. Sir, the District Executive Forces, battalion and units perform specific functions as mandated by the Meghalaya Police Act 2010, which came into force in the month of February 2010. Sir, coming to the functions and duties of the District Executive Force, it is imperative to elaborate that
Excuse me, sir. Point of order. So, sir, since we have very limited time, may I request the
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, sir, the point of order, the rule, specifically has to mention under what rule the point of order is being brought in. So, point of order cannot be just brought in randomly. So, the honourable member may specifically state what the point of order is, which rule, under which rule, sir.
So, point of order, the rule 300, sir, is the point of order. that
So
I
the
can
point of
raise.
order rule says that a member cannot raise a point of order for an explanation of his position or other aspects. It has to be a point of order shall relate to the interpretation or enforcement of these rules or such articles of the Constitution as to regulate the House, sir. So which particular rule is he referring to, is what I'm saying, sir.
So, my request is that since the time is limited,
Sir, point of order
may I
cannot be based on
request
requests, sir,
the
is what I'm trying to
minister
say. So there are
be
rules to be
specific, sir.
followed. One member cannot just simply get up
Yeah,
and put a
we
point
know
of
that,
order.
sir.
Let the point of order be
No,
based
sir,
on
but
the rules, sir.
besides the
So you
rule,
cannot
there
just
is-
get up and ask for explanation on point
sir.
of order, sir.
We
That's my
understand.
point. You're completely making a mockery out of the
Yeah.
system, sir.
No, we are not.
We are
I'm not
saying
making,
that they're
please.
saying that the rules should be
Yeah,
followed and
traditions
they're not
and
following the
practices
rules
also,
themselves.
sir, please.
So let him give a point of order.
Go
on
by
which rule.
tradition and convention also. I've been in this house, sir, for 10 years.
Sir,
We
the
don't
rules
strictly
are clear.
Go by the rules.
A point of order shall relate to interpretation of or enforcement of a rule, sir.
Please allow the
Sir,
minister to
coming to
continue
the
his
functions and duties of the District Executive Force, it is imperative to elaborate that the District Executive Force is divided into two main divisions, which are the unarmed branch and the armed branch. Sir, the unarmed branch deals mainly with investigation of cases, regulation and management of traffic, and ensuring smooth functioning of police station, police outposts, and beat houses. Whereas the armed branch deals specifically with maintaining of peace and tranquility, ensuring safety and security of the people, protecting life and properties of the common citizen. Sir, within the District Executive Force, there are several other branches or sub-offices, such as the District Special Branch, the Crime Branch, Reserve Office, Motor Transport Office, Quartermaster Office, and Regional Branch. Furthermore, sir, within these 12 District Executive Forces, there are 78 police stations, including 2 Crime Branch police stations, 40 police outposts, 7 border outposts, and 7 beat houses, and each of these police units are manned by an officer of the rank of police inspector or sub-inspector. Sir, across these police stations, 2,942 cases were registered in the year 2022 alone, and 1,442 cases have been charge sheeted within the same year. Sir, as mentioned earlier, there are 7 battalions within the state, out of which 2 battalions are state armed police battalions, which are the 1st MLP battalion, having its headquarters at Maoyong, and the 2nd MLP battalion having its headquarters at Gurgaon. 4 battalions of the state are also known as Indian Reserve Battalions, and these are the 3rd MLP Battalion, Sabseng, 4th MLP Battalion, Sopian, 5th MLP Battalion, Samanda, and the 6th MLP Battalion, Umran. At present, the officials of the 4th MLP Battalion, Sopian, are performing duties in the national capital. Sir, the duties performed by the officials of the battalions are mainly to fight counterinsurgency in the state, maintaining of law and order, securing of government properties, and important establishments in the state. Sir, these battalions also function as training institutes conducting basic training for new recruits and in-service trainings for officials of the department. So moving on to the special branch deals with collation and dissemination of matters of public and political importance. The branch also deals with providing security to dignitaries, internal security matters, counter-terrorism, safeguarding of vital installations, bomb detection and disposal, and dealing with matters relating to the interstate border. The branch is not only the backbone of the police department, but also of the government machinery. Sir, coming to another specialized unit of the department, which is the Crime Investigation Department, it is worth mentioning that CID organization is headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police. CID has several important wings under its jurisdiction, and these are the NDPS cell, Women's Cell, Fingerprint Bureau, State Forensic Science Laboratory, Economic Offense Wing, Anti-Corruption Bureau, K9 Unit, State Crime Records Bureau, and the Cybercrime Wing. So these various wings and cells of the Crime Investigation Department perform specific functions such as investigation and supervision of cases relating to drugs, crime against women and children, cybercrime offenses, cases relating to economic offenses and corruption. So in addition to these functions, the other branches such as Forensic Science Laboratory examines biological, physical, chemical and document exhibit forwarded by investigating officers and render expert opinions which are admissible in the court. Sir, the Fingerprint Bureau not only examines exhibits...
Under Rule 300, I would like to raise a point of order, sir. So, according to Rule 157, sir, time limit for disposal of financial business, sir. In addition to the power exercisable under these rules, the Speaker may exercise all such powers as are necessary for the purpose of the timely completion of all financial business, including allotment of time for the disposal of various kinds of such business, and where time is so allotted, he shall at the appointed hour put every caution necessary to dispose of all the outstanding matters in connection with the stage or stages for which time has been allotted. So I think, sir, if we understand the timing is too limited. We have some other cut motions. So may I request, sir, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister to be specific on the question that we have raised.
Sir, but see, I think it is good that I read out all the backgrounds, the history of the police forces, because that is very important. Especially this is the first constituted house, where I think everybody needs to know. So therefore, sir, allow me to detail and also to read out all these details. This is not only for the benefit of one or two persons, but it is for the benefit of the members of this
Excuse me, sir.
house.
So if the minister in the replies to the cut motions will read 15 pages, where are the queries raised only 1 or 2 or 3, I think we are wasting the time of the house, sir.
Sir, I think when I reply, not only to the movers alone, but the reply should also be for the interest of all the honorable members of this august house. That's why, sir, being the first constituted house, I would like to read out all this. But in case, sir, if suppose honorable members, the movers, says that we don't need that, then I'll just lay it on the floor of the house. And this may also be kindly, ultimately withdraw your court motion. Then I will just lay it on the floor of the house, if that is agreeable, sir.
Sir,
Anyway,
Excuse
the
me,
mover
sir.
of the motions wants that it should be a little bit brief. So kindly.
excuse me, sir. Let me remind the Honorable Minister, the points raised by Ba'arden is in relation to the Chesterfield case. Thank you.
Sir, from the...
And the points
right-
raised by me is only about the compensation to
Sir-
the holidays foregone for the police. So we don't need to know all the histories and all those 15 pages of the write-ups.
Sir-
We request the minister to come
Sir-
specific to the points that we raise. The
Sir-
idea is to save the time of the House so that we can go to many other important cut motions that are still following this.
Sir, right from the opening remarks, I've already clearly said, let me read out the background of the police force in the state of Meghalaya, and then I will also come to those points raised by the honorable members. But it seems the honorable members cannot wait in a longer for days. So if possible, sir, let me place it on the table of the House with a request then that the honorable members of the court motion may kindly be withdrawn.
Sir, I think you can lay that in the table of the House after having clarified the points that we have raised. Then we can discuss about the withdrawal of the court motion.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because this is also part of my reply. It is part of my reply, so why don't you allow me to complete this?
You can complete your reply with a...
You know, sir, because see, by debating like this, no, it
Let's
ends
try to be a
nowhere.
little bit
And we are killing time unnecessarily, sir. We are, we are killing time unnecessarily.
Sir.
So by this time, I would have already completed one page of reading.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, whenever we speak,
See, there
you
is
always
absolutely-
remind us that the time is very short, make it short, make it short. So when the reply come also, we request that ministers will be brief,
That's
not
right.
depending on those 15 pages that have been pre-typed.
Sir, in fact, it is better
Try to be
that the
little bit
honorable
brief.
members, they get more than what they want. I think that is the blessing in this house. If they get more than what they want, nothing like it. In fact, nothing like it. Well, sir, then let me come to the
Excuse
issue.
me, sir, we do not want more than what we want.
We ask.
We only want what we requested.
Anyway, let the minister continue his reply with a...
The request is to be brief.
brief.
The request here is
Sir.
to be brief, sir.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, questions are very simple to ask because you can ask a question, what is the ECD mission? But then to explain what the ECD mission is and why we're doing it, it requires detailed explanation. So obviously, sir, the answers will always be longer because you have to give the context of where the discussion is happening, what happened in the past, how the situation happened, what are the limitations. You'll have to explain, sir, because the people want to know. And therefore, the honorable members would like to know. But then to explain a particular point, the circumstances and the background has to be given, sir. And therefore, it is necessary for the minister to give the background of the entire situation. And therefore, it's not so simple as to just simply ask a question, why? Because when you say why, then you have to give the entire background of what this. That's when you'll understand and you'll be able to put that particular aspect of that question into context, sir. So therefore, to put it into context, there is no other way but to explain every aspect of this thing. Then you'll understand because this is a sensitive topic. And hence, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing by giving the background. Once you understand the background, then in the context of the background, you'll be able to understand the reply better. So the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing, sir. But of course, sir, I leave the decision to your wisdom, sir.
Minister concerned to continue his reply, but little bit brief.
Sir, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I get confused. But, okay. Let me not read out then the history and in fact the generic of the police department as a whole. So coming back to the issues raised by the honorable movers, by Aden Basaumoy. Number one is he relates to the statement made by the honorable member Dr. Silengdo that one more tribe was created. And he mentioned that high-level committee tribe. So, as a responsible elected members of this August House, I never expected such a statement to be made. If only you can produce the documentary proof, nothing like it, sir. But just for the hearsay, for the interest of speaking, I think that is totally wrong. So we don't accept, government does not at all accept this kind of statement made by the honorable member that we need to create one more tribes in Meghalaya. Honorable member from Nong Kremsa, he raised that the police force, in fact, are very capable enough handling the issues of law and order or any criminal activities that has happened in the state of Meghalaya. They are doing well, and he mentioned that the only point where they fail is because somebody or maybe the political masters seems to be controlling everything for the duty of right or for the duty of wrong. Let me clarify here, sir. The government at any point of time has given full free hand to the police force to handle things, be it criminal issues, be it law and order issues, or be it any issues relating to safety, security of the people of the state. The government never interfered that at any point of time. And they are really capable. So whatever you say, they are really capable. I think it reflects the statement made by the honorable member from Nong Krem relating to, again, the statement made by the honorable member from Umsning High-Level Committee. Sir, this word high-level committee is always in the market, and at that point of time, when the MDA-1 was there, being the spokesperson of the government, I keep clarifying myself by saying, why don't you bring the members of that committee, or why not file FIR against that so-called high-level committee members, if there is any. But it seems ultimately it's just like a political speech. At the end of the day happens. So, sir, I would like to say the police force in Meghalaya are handling the duties very, very well, no doubt about it. And as far as the case that arrest of late Cherish Thankhiu is concerned, sir, in fact, everything has been already laid on the table of the House, along with the action taken report from the government. And I would like to update, since the honorable member wanted to know the status of this instant subject. Sir, the government has already issued explanation call to the concerned team, and number two, now we just received the explanation call just few weeks back, and now the government will examine in detail what is next to be done, what action should be taken. As of now, I cannot say anything on that, sir, but it is not that we want to delay things to happen. But let me assure the honorable members and this August House, the members of this August House, that the pending issue, as already recommended by the inquiry commission, government will take action accordingly. That as of now, this is the issue where I would like to clarify, which is also asked by the honorable member from Nongkren constituency, Ba Aden Basaromoy. And relating to CISF, the order of the Honorable High Court, sir, let me clarify. As far as the performance of the state police force, we are capable enough. We can do it, but I will not talk much about the Honorable High Court ruling. So let us see, but let me assure this August House that our police force are equipped enough to handle things in the state of Meghalaya. Then the point raised by the honorable member from Umsning, Dr. Selingdok, relating to the grievances of the police personnel. Sir, I think the point is very, very valid, where these issues of grievances of the police personnel, be it male or female, I would like to assure the honourable member, the mover of this commission, I will examine, I will go through all this, and we would like to also boost up, in fact, the morale of the police force in the state of Meghalaya. And as far as modernization, sir, yes, very soon after this budget session, myself and my team will meet the Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, to also discuss more important modernization which needs to be improved in the police forces, be it traffic issue, be it criminal issue, be it any other issues, that I would like to assure the honorable members of this August House that we will discuss this with the Ministry of Home Affairs. So, sir, I think with this few clarifications I made as far as these issues raised by the honorable movers, both Ba Aden Basaromoy and Dr. Selingdok, I would like to, before I take my seat, sir, I would like to request to both of them to kindly withdraw their motion so that we can pass this demand of grant for the interest of the police forces in the state of Meghalaya.
Thank you. Now, may I know the minds of the movers, whether he would like to withdraw his cut motion? No?
Sir, I don't think that the minister has been able to satisfy, and his reply is not satisfactory, sir, because my question is very specific when it comes to the killing of late Chesterfield. Thank you. Who gave the order for the execution of late Chesterfield? Thank you. That is very specific, sir. Under whose instruction that these police personnel resort to killing the former General Secretary of the HNLC, sir?
Sir, that's what I've explained. See, stage by stage. That's what we already issue explanation call to that team. So right now, I cannot say anything who has given the order or from where the order comes from until unless we go through all the explanation call which we already issued just few months back, sir.
So may I know the minds of the movers?
So, sir, may I know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, in that case, what was the original plan? Whether the plan of the government is to arrest this fellow alive or to find a way how to eliminate him?
Sir, yes, sir, very clear. It is to arrest. Because I think, sir, let us not forget one thing. Since the report was already placed on the table of the House, and it became also a public domain, let us read out line by line. We should not only read for that portion who committed this. I think we need to go holistically. Then we will understand the gravity of the case. Why it happened, how it happened, what is going to happen. I think that is the whole idea where we need to. But of course, what I do understand from the honourable members, his concern is whether the government, when they send the operation team, is it for killing or is it for arresting? Surely, sir, it is for arresting.
So I think as a responsible member, when we raise the issue, we just don't pick up the line that we want to raise. We have gone through the report, and this is not a case where we encounter a militant in a forest or somewhere. It is a case where a person is lying on his bed, and unfortunately that person was not caught alive and was killed. So it is very simple, sir.
Minister has replied that the report is already there, and then they will study, the government will study the report and find out the person who is responsible leading to the killings of the former General Secretary of the HNLC. That's what you have said. So, may I know your mind whether you would like to withdraw your court motion or not?
No, sir.
Since the mover is not willing to withdraw his court motion, I will now put a question before the House. The question is that the court motion be adopted. Those who are in favor say aye. Those who are against say no. I repeat, since the mover is not willing to withdraw his court motion, I will now put a question before the House. The question is that the court motion be adopted. Those who are in favor say aye. Those who are against say no. No say bit, and the court motion is rejected.